Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother Tim. And today, we get baseball. So we continue on the dog days of summer. We do have one CFL game tonight as well, in there. And we have a baseball game starting in 1 hour. So that'll be the first game we go over. Obviously, that is Pittsburgh, Atlanta. That game starts at 11:35. I'm very interested in that one there. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Didn't start off very well. Started off 0-2 with run line losers on the Cardinals and the Phillies. And then after that, the day got way better. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, first five under 3.5 was a winner. Chicago first five pushed. They had a couple leads that was frustrating, and then they went on to win the full game. So that was fun. The Guardians get the job done. Minus 102 winner there. Rather easy winner there. Split out on the Mets game. I had the Mets money line, but I had the over 8.5 as well. So split out on that game. Very frustrating. I think a couple relievers are hurt now for the Mets as well. So that's totally fun. I lost a plus 176 dog in the 11th inning. The Giants plus 176. They once they did not score in the bottom of the 10th there, I'm like, that this game's over. The Dodgers are going to win, and that's exactly what happened. I don't bet first five overs often, but when I do, I win them. Never in doubt. Texas Baltimore first five over 5. Totally didn't need a Heston Kjerstad grand slam to cash that. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And then the full game over 9 as well comes through. I was leaning Orioles team total over. Never got to that one there, but hey, I'll take the first 5 full game over there. And it ended up, and the night ended with a win as well. First 5 money line Minnesota Twins winner there. 6-4-1 overall yesterday, up 1.80 units, which now I have reached the 30 unit range. I'm up 31.02 units this year. In Major League Baseball, 364, 349, and 37, up 31.07. And in the month of June, I'm up 21.89 units. So it's been an amazing month of June, and hopefully going to continue that into today. And overall in June, 105, 93, and 8, up 21.89 units. So hopefully going to continue that into today. A very good MLB season. And then finally, a CFL winner. And then one thing I was really pissed about, Tim, is I went to click on Capper's panel, and I see my write-up and everything typed up for Calgary plus 3.5, and I never hit submit. I was so pissed. I was like, finally a winner. I go to check the site. I'm like, where is it? I go to check Capper's panel. Damn it. So I had the plus 3.5, which was a winner. They made us sweat a little bit as Winnipeg drove the field with less than a minute left and scored a touchdown to tie it up and force overtime. And then Calgary got a pick, and then they kicked a game-winning 52-yard field goal. So nice little winner there, plus 3.5. You could have left the points at the door at the Stampeders. Something is truly wrong with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and it's pretty simple. Zach Collaros also got hurt last night. So it's Shrevler, which some Jets fans may remember that name. Shrevler, he was a fourth-string quarterback for the New York Jets. He actually got into a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars on like a Thursday night.
Yeah, on the Thursday night football game
where they got, I think, shut out. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the best drive they had that day.
Yeah. He led the Blue Bombers to forcing overtime after Colaros got hurt. But now they're without Colaros. They're without their starting running back Oliveira. They're without Dalton Schoen. They're without Robbie Lawler. Their offense is torn to shit, and we've kind of seen that where they've just struggled to put up any points. So Calgary plus 3.5 winner there. Overall 8-4 up 2.80 units yesterday. Another profitable day. Hopefully we'll finish out the month of June on a positive note. It's been an awesome month for me.
I'm glad you had a good day yesterday because everything I touched either on the site or personally in baseball, lost. Everything. On the site was the two cash cows with the Phillies and the Cardinals, and then the Mets. Everything completely fell apart there. I did get my WNBA play to go, which was Washington plus 12.5. My soccer plays went 2 and 3. I got the last two games of the night, Portland and Vancouver, lost on Nashville, lost on Austin, and lost on the Red Bulls. So negative 3.31 unit day on the site. Not good there. Me personally, Nick, because I know I was on the opposite side of you on some of them. I had the Cardinals yesterday, the Phillies, the Royals, the Mets, the Red Sox, the Orioles on the run line, and Seattle. Everything that could go wrong went wrong yesterday. So baseball cannot be worse than yesterday. So only can look up from here.
Yeah. But we'll head into the chat and then we'll get into baseball here for today.
Yes. Good morning, all. Let's cash some tickets. Let's do it. Good morning, my guys. Rocky's first 5 and Jay's first 5. There you go. Let's have another good day. Took the full game. Yeah, I couldn't trust the Rockies full game at all. I'll never trust them full game. Next time you'll listen. They've completely fell apart. Padres money line, and England beats Slovakia. Right on, dude. But let's go ahead and head to the first game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, and by the way, Tim, I created one last night, so we'll have different like this background right here, Tim, will be for the beginning of the show and all the recaps and everything like that. And then as we get into each individual sport, bam.
Yeah.
We got background for each individual sport with our records on them, the site record, my record. So transparency will be on this show. I know we recap every single day, but we're also going to have, and the records you see on the screen will be for that specific sport. Once we start NFL, we'll have that specific sport. Once we start NHL and NBA again, it'll be that specific sport on which sport we're going over at the time. Because and we'll do this for free pick videos as well. Because Tim, I even did one for the CFL. I know it's ugly, but I do it for those as well. So yes, we will have records for that specific sport of the one we're going over at the time. I just thought that was a neat little change here, so we don't have the same background for the whole show. Well, let's get into it here. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Atlanta Braves minus 185 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Line opened up at a 9. It's down up to a 9.5. It's now down to a 9. And it's moved 10 cents towards the under. Line opened up at a 170. It's now a 185 for Atlanta. So we have a move towards Atlanta, and we have a move towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow here, where we have 91% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the Braves. The line's gone. The line is up in the 180s now, Tim. Public on the Braves. Line moving towards the Braves. Total of 8 or higher. We could start our day off with a little cow here, Tim. And I think this Braves team is going to be a bet-on team going forward. I really do. They have a middle of the pack strength of schedule. The only team with an easier remaining strength of schedule in the division is the Mets. And one thing we've noticed with Bailey Falter is the Pirates do not win his starts. Let's get into it here. Bailey Falter, 5.04 ERA, 1.52 WHIP, 7.56 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.88 walks per 9, a 3.60 BABIP, a 4 FIP, and a 4.25 SIERA. On the flip side, Spencer Schwellenbach for these Atlanta Braves, 5.4 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 8.31 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.49 walks per nine, a 333 BABIP, a 302 FIP, and a 3.82 SIERA. So I expect some positive regression from both these pitchers, which kind of leads me to a little bit of an under here. The bullpen edge does go to Pittsburgh, but the hitting edge goes towards Atlanta, and I kind of want the full 9 innings of Atlanta here. 111 WRC plus, which is 16th against lefties. They hit lefties significantly better than they hit righties. And the Pirates don't hit anybody. 80 WRC plus, which is 25th against righties. And I will start my day off with a play in a game starting in 50 minutes. I'm going to take the Braves. And I just got to figure out whether it's -1 or it's -1.5. I believe it's going to be -1.5 plus 110 here in this spot to get our day started.
I heard cash cow, so you already know I'm down for it, and I'm putting them up on the side as we speak. The cash cow, although was not pretty yesterday, because both the cash cows not only didn't cover, but they lost outright. So that was not pretty yesterday. But it is what it is. It's not going to hit all the time. We've mentioned that before. That they hit at 63%, or 66%, meaning 33% of the time they're going to lose. But we are back on the cash cow spot, which is bright and early in the morning with the Atlanta Braves. So yeah, let's jump on it. Braves are online. I can get it at plus 115.
Yep, I got it plus 110 over on Fanatics. I'm going to post that one out early because I know that the show will not end before this play starts. So got to post that out. MLB early play. 6:30.
Yeah, Phillies and the Cardinals. Yeah, that was rough yesterday. Top of the morning. What's up, Ty? Yo. What's up, Mr. Crypto Knight? Joe Crypto Knight, you said wings and I took them. Shake my head. Morning. Yeah, wasn't a good outing. No, it was not for them. What? Like the new graphics? Hell yeah. I think Fever moneyline is plus 285. I like the over in the Fever game. Grimace told me to take the Mets today. I'll probably be back on the Mets again today. I had a dream Liberty loses today. Plus 850. As long as it goes over the total, don't matter to me. Here we go again. Braves are online. Yes. What could possibly go wrong on the first game? It's a cash cow spot, so it's just a trend that we've been backing for a while. Just like this trend that we've been backing for a while.
Yep, I think we're going to start our day with 2 freaking run lines again. But that's the way things go sometimes. I've noticed this year I've bet way more favorites than I have in years past. Way more run lines, things like those lines. I kind of want to go back through my analytics to see what percentage of the sides I take are favorites or dogs. But let's get into it here. Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies, Yanni Chirinos taking on Ranger Suarez. Line opened up at a 240. It's now a 242. So we do have a move towards the Phillies here in this spot. Line opened up at an 8.5, down to an 8. So line moved down in this spot. We have 93% of tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Phillies. The line's moving slightly towards them. 36% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the under. So this looks like a very sharp under. And the way that the Phillies have been hitting without Schwarber and Harper in the lineup, it makes sense to me that this line is dropping. And does pique my interest in an under in this game as well. I know we've been primarily just fade the Marlins, but I think I want to double up on this game potentially. We have Ranger Suarez and Yanni Chirinos. Chirinos 2.7 ERA, 1.40 WHIP. 9.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 2.6 walks per nine, a 357 BABIP, a 3.16 FIP, and a 3.65 SIERA. Ranger Suarez on the other side has been really good. 2.05 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 7.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 1.03 walks per nine. He's one of the best with control. He doesn't strike out a lot of batters, but he doesn't walk anybody. A 329 BABIP, a 2.43 FIP, and a 3.19 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Phillies. Hitting edge is a significant one towards the Phillies. 116 WRC plus, which is 10th against righties, compared to the Miami Marlins against lefties, which are dead last in baseball with 56 WRC plus. So this game screams Ranger Suarez shoves. and I'm going to back the Phillies run line. And I'm going to see what number I can get for our first 5 under in this game, because I see Ranger Suarez shoving in this spot, and so does the markets. I want to see also where this first half, this first 5 total is done, a little bit as well, because it is a 4.5, and it's gone for 4.5 minus 110 to 4.5 minus 110. All right, I will take the first 5 under in this game as well, and I'm going to take the Philly run line, which is minus 113 on FanDuel.
You know what it is? I mean, I don't really think we have to really go deep into it. I know I don't really cap the games. I see the Marlins and I fade them. By the way, Nick, I did the calculations last night for him. I don't have a record because I was not going to go back and figure out the exact record, but we are up 9.92 units fading the Marlins this year. So let's keep on doing it. Phillies run line. I'm getting it minus 112. I'm going to keep fading the Marlins this year.
Yeah, I feel like my record fading the Marlins a little bit better because I've played -1 lines, and they've pushed a lot of -1 lines.
I was about to say there were some games that you didn't take the Dodgers, and I know that was up 3 units because of that, or 3 points. Units.
But I think the amount of times that they have lost by 1 run is, and I've pushed -1s with the Marlins fade, I think it's a decent amount.
Yeah. First 5. Mo. Let's go. I like the under 2 as well. Don't hate it. Let's roll into this one, Nick, which I am not falling for the Red Sox again.
Yeah. All right. So I've just placed my bets. Phillies -1.5, -113 FanDuel. First 5 under 4.5, -110 Bet365. All right. Well, let's continue here. The Boston Red Sox and the San Diego Padres. It's been a frustrating series because I've passed on both games with heavy lean towards Padres and over. And we've seen nothing but Padres and over. This line opened up with the Red Sox around 110. It got all the way up to a 122. And now we're seeing 109 for the Red Sox. On the flip side, for the total, this line opened up at a 9, up to a 9.5, up to a 10, up to a 10.5. This line has moved up a full 1.5 to the over. And I get it. We've seen nothing but overs here, but how far is too far with this, potentially? We have 86% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's moved up a 1.5. And line opened up, or 65% of tickets, 64% of cash on the Red Sox, and the line moving towards the Padres, only by a cent, but the line's still moving towards the Padres with that market. We have Josh Winkowski taking on Matt Waldron. Winkowski is just a reliever, if I remember right. And he's not going to go more than 2 innings. If you can confirm that, that'd be good. That'd be great. On the flip side, Matt Waldron.
He went 6 innings in his last appearance. But that was a blowout game. I think it was just eating innings.
Okay. Fair. Then he can go decent in the game. We'll go over his numbers then. 1.95 ERA, 0.8 WHIP for Matt Waldron. He's been pretty good this year. 6.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. 2.23 walks per 9, a 195 BABIP, but 3.19 FIP, and a 4.25 SIERA. On the flip side, Winkowski, 3 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 12 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. 1.5 walks per 9, and 353 BABIP, a 0.99 FIP, and a 1.96 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Padres, and so does the hitting edge, 142 WRC plus, which is second in baseball, compared to 122, which is fifth. The Padres mash baseballs, and this is a really good hitting Padres team. I lean Padres in this game. It's once again another lean towards the Padres. They go for the sweep of the Red Sox. I think the Padres are a bet-on team, and I know a lot of people have very negative feels about this team. I think this team is a clear playoff team, like I said, heading into the year. I think they're a clear playoff team. They're going to be buyers at the deadline, and this is going to be your long shot, I think, if you're looking at a National League long shot. It's Padres or nothing for me, and I kind of lean under. Even with the number going way up, both these pitchers have been pretty good, so I lean under as well.
I'm staying away from this game. I've been on the Red Sox the first 2 games, and that has burnt me. That has not been good for me, and I'm not going after it again. Obviously, I'm a lot higher on the Red Sox than I am on the Padres, and that should be fairly obvious at this point. But not enough for me to want to try to attack this in any way. So this one's just going to be a stay away game for me. Good luck to your Padres bet again. Well, I don't want to say good luck to it because I have futures on the Red Sox, but
I didn't bet the Padres. But it's Padres or nothing for me.
Gotcha. Back to the chat. Goddamn 10.5.
Yeah,
that's a high total. The over is steaming, kind of like the over 10. Padres money line should be a gift. I would never. Don't say that before the game starts. I have faith in Waldron. Has not given up more than 2 earned runs since the first week of May.
He's been good.
He has been. Speaking of stay away games.
This was an interesting one here. Because I think these are the two aces of the staffs. Kevin Gausman and Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Let's get into this matchup here where we have this line opened up with the Yankees as minus 122 favorites. It's now minus 105. So we've had a 17-cent line movement here towards the Toronto Blue Jays. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's now an 8 at minus 107. So it moved towards the under here as well, which I 100% agree with. I think both these guys can go out here and shove. Garrett Cole's looked like crap since coming back. Only a 2-game sample size, though. And he's faced, I believe, 2 pretty good offenses in Baltimore and the Mets. The Mets have been one of the best, if not the best hitting team the last 30 days. And Baltimore is Baltimore. The New York Mets lit up and smoked Garrett Cole in his last start. 6 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, no strikeouts in 4 innings pitched. No strikeouts for Garrett Cole. 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in 4 innings pitched against the Orioles. The question is, what is Garrett Cole going to look like? And are the Blue Jays the team that will be able to hit him? Gausman's been okay. 4.45 ERA, 1.11 whip, 7.79 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 1.67 walks per 9, a 237 BABIP, a 5.2 FIP, and a 4.06 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the New York Yankees. Hitting edge towards the Yanks as well. 112 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 102, which is 17th. Those numbers are probably, they do have staying in the lineup for some of those games as well. And I think probably Rizzo in the lineup a little bit as well, where both those guys are obviously out of the lineup. This Yankees lineup looks a little weaker. I think Gausman could pitch well in this game when we look at this here. And it would be Blue Jays or nothing, I think, for me in this game if I'm looking to bet aside. And maybe it's a first 5 play with the Blue Jays because they're favored in the first 5. It's gone from a 105 to a 110 to a 117 in the first 5. So telling me that they're more live first 5 than they are full game. The Toronto Blue Jays. I think I want to move on the Blue Jays in the first 5 innings and back Gausman in the start and fade Cole again. And I can get the Blue Jays minus 116 on FanDuel, 115 on Bet365. I'm going to take the minus 115 here on Bet365 for the first 5 money line with the Blue Jays.
Good luck to you. I don't want anything to do with the Blue Jays. Yes, Garrett Cole's pitching. Yes, Garrett Cole's been bad since he's come back. No, I'm not backing the Blue Jays. Absolutely not. I don't care about line movements. I don't care about anything with that. I bet the bare minimum amount of Blue Jay games that I've had to, and no need to want to go after it. If I was to go after this game, though, Nick, how about the over?
I can see that.
Both these two teams have been heavy over. Yankee 9-1 to the over, 7-2-1 to the over for the Toronto Blue Jays. So both these two teams have been heavy over teams. So if I'm going after anything, it's probably a look towards that. But is it something I need to get involved in? No, I do not need to. So sayonara, Blue Jays.
Yeah. I'll just stick with the first 5. One thing I've learned is if you're going to back Toronto, you can only take them first 5.
I hope both teams lose. Yankees money line. Good luck to you. Guys, hear me out. Jays first 5 again.
I'm on that.
Good luck. I can't get them right, so I choose to not bet them. The line went from plus 100 to minus 116.
Yep.
Morning, fellas. Morning, Denny. On a 4-team parlay so far, my guys, Twins, Dodgers, Angels, Liberty payout only $30. So 30 to 1. That's not terrible. Oh, Terry's in the chat. Of course, it's his Blue Jays, but over in this game. Yes, I would look towards the over, if anything.
I could see it. Because, and maybe if we like the over, I like Gausman, though. If I'm looking at the over in this game, it's a Blue Jay team total. I want to fade Cole, if anything, in this spot.
There you go. I had the first 3 games yesterday. Just need the Liberty this morning. Oh, okay. There you go. I have the over in the Liberty game. Hate both teams. Yes. Vladdy 2 bases, home run, and RBI. He's been good.
Hot lately.
He's
been
hot.
Really hot lately.
He's going to make a big trade. That's going to be a big trade that goes down. Was where's Vladdy going to go? He might be a big power bat that's available. You never know.
You know, like Vladdy in an Astros jersey is going to look sick.
Over 8. There you go. Same with him. Can't get these 2 teams right. There you go. Over 8. One of my favorite plays of the day. Yankees over in 12 out of the last 14. Jays over in 10 out of the last 12. Exactly. Big over teams. Gausman has been giving up at least 3 runs. Jays announced they're not moving Blow or Vladdy. All right, they're going to bury themselves.
That's
then.
So stupid. So, okay.
They're not going to be competitive for the next couple of years. So, but
yeah, this team is not competing. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to trade some bullpen pieces. They're going to, if you're the Blue Jays, Gausman, Bassett, are they on the market at all? I would say yeah. And then some expiring contracts. They're sellers at the deadline. I'm surprised they're not just going to tear it all down. Because I don't think they'll win a World Series with Vladdy and Bo. I just don't see it happening.
No, I don't either.
But we'll continue on the Tampa Bay Rays and the Washington Nationals. Line opened up at 175, so now 186. So we do have a move towards these Tampa Bay Rays. Line opened up at an 8, minus 110. It's still an 8 at minus 110. We have a lot of teams, I think, falling into this cash cow range today. So I might have to do some round robins today. I'll probably do that on Bovada, trying to shred through the rest of my money there. I'm at like 92% through it, so I'm hoping to finish that out today. 86% of tickets, 86% of the cash on the Tampa Bay Rays, and the line moving towards them. The market they're at home, a little bit of a public favorite. Line moving towards them. Total 8 or higher. 98% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on this over as well. Right, this is still an 8, right? Not an 8 or not a 7.5.
I see 8.
Yeah, an 8 on a Patrick Corbin start kind of tells us that Patrick Corbin's been pitching a little bit better as of late. 4.08 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 7.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 2.83 walks per 9, a 282 BABIP, but 3.99 FIP, and a 4.20 SIERA. On the flip side, Taze Bradley, I like Taze Bradley. 4.39 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, but a 10.8 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%. 4.05 walks per 9. He needs to get those walks down. A 262 BABIP, a 5.52 FIP, and a 3.77 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the hitting edge, 111 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 97, which is 19th. I think this is another spot where I'm gonna make a move here, and I hate how many freaking favorites I'm betting these days. It just drives me crazy, considering that I am a dog guy. I want to back dogs, but when plays fall into a system, you just bet them and you don't question them. Let's see, it's minus 132 for the Rays, minus 1. I think I'm just gonna take the minus 1 here. Minus 132 probably, or plus 120 for the run line. I'll think about this for a second when you're breaking down this game, because the total is going down though. It's down to a 7.5 on ESPN Bet. I still like the Rays in this game though.
Did you say cash cow form or no?
The total's above. As long as this total stays 8 or higher, then yes.
I'm gonna go look as if I would put it up on the site, and I'll let you know what I see a majority of. So,
because if we're seeing majority 7.5, I don't want the Rays run line.
8.
All right, Rays run line it is.
All right, I heard cash cow. Let's do it. I know it's Patrick Corbin Day though, Nick. But I don't discriminate against spots, and we don't really. I mean, you put the capping into this one. If it falls under the system, we've been betting it for pretty much the entire year now. The cash cow spot where, by the way, it is shout out to Troy Torrance with all of those. He posts that stuff on Twitter, but we kind of followed him along with it, and we're going to keep riding with the cash cows. So Tampa Bay line moving towards them, money on them, home public favorite between 180 and 280. Yeah, Rays spot. Let's go.
Yeah, I got -1.5 plus 115 on Fanatics. I was able to boost that up to a 138.
There you go. Vladdy is a bum. His dad was pretty good. Morning, guys. Good morning, Michael Bueno. Jays are run by idiots.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Fade Corbin. Yes. Fernando has my book at a 7.5. They think they can compete because the Jays are starting to hit a little bit. As I said, run by idiots. There you go. Yeah. Corbin pitching again. Damn, that was fast. I like Vladdy's new haircut. I have not watched a Blue Jays game all year. I think I'm going to watch 3 of them this year when they play the Mets, and that's about it. I have no reason to watch Blue Jay games. Found a 7.5. Also was thinking under 4.5 first 5 because I can't trust them full game. What do you guys think? I don't know if I could really see it under in this game. With Corbin pitching? I don't know. Does Corbin give up that easily? I think he could. Pass on the game. Fernando, it was easy for me. I got it. Under 4.5 I was talking about the Nationals game. You're good. 180 faves. Sorry, guys. I cannot mess with faves like this. Wish I could. We're not laying 180.
We're run lining.
We're run lining it. I took the run line at plus 120. So no, I'm not going.
I don't advocate for anything above 140. So like, if it's anything above 140, you lay a run line.
Yeah. Why so many cash cows? Because it's Sunday. Parlay them all together. Round robin them. I'm going to do that on Bovada. Braves, Phillies, Rays. I'm sorry. Are the White Sox? Do the White Sox have a chance to be a cash cow today? No. Okay.
Look at the total.
It's 7.5. 7.5. Never mind. 7.5. Maybe Milwaukee. Maybe Arizona.
I'll have to look into those a little bit more. It's a lot of big favorites today.
A lot of big favorites. Speaking of, let's go to this game.
Yeah, we have the New York Mets and the Houston Astros. Mets around 130, 135 favorites in this game. Total of 9 in the spot. This line opened up with the Mets as -160 favorites yesterday, and it's dropped all the way down to a 126. There's been just nothing but steam coming towards the Astros' way. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's up to a 9. I did cash the over with this matchup yesterday, and I ignored the public on the over and just bet it anyway. 98% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over in this one. Then we have 81% of the tickets and 62% of the cash on the Mets, with the line heavily moving towards the Astros in this game here. We have Luis Severino versus Sean Dubin. Is this a bullpen game?
Bullpen game.
Bullpen game for the Astros. Against Severino, 3.41 ERA, 1.14 whip, 5.97 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 1.42 walks per 9, a 281 BABIP, a 4.13 FIP, and a 4.11 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go to Houston. They've had a really good bullpen as of late, and the hitting edge goes towards the Mets, 138 WRC plus against righties, which is 3rd in baseball, compared to 117, which is 9th. I can only look Astros in this game. The way that the market's moving, 19% of the tickets, 38% of the cash on the Astros, and it's moving this much towards the Astros. tells me I can only look at the Astros in this game. The only question is, have we missed our line in this spot? But my numbers suggest that the Astros win this game, and I think it can go over the total again. Luis Severino is somebody where I expect a little bit of negative regression from him, and I think the Astros are a team that can hit him. So it's Astros or nothing for me in this game. But pass.
I wanted to lean Mets, but I'm going to stay off this game. I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it, but I'm going to be staying off of this game. It's Severino who's been one of the better pitchers for the Mets. He is coming off of his best start of the year. 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits, no earned runs on Sunday Night Baseball. Also, keep in mind, the Mets have won 5 straight of his starts, which is what I like to see, is when a pitcher, when a guy goes and his team wins for him.
Granted, it's been the Diamondbacks, Nationals, Marlins, Rangers, and Cubs.
Not the point.
But they've won.
Not the point. And this is also a bullpen from Houston that they had to use 4 2/3 innings yesterday on bullpen. Not to mention they had to use a bunch of bullpen game 1 as well. So it could be a little bit of a tired bullpen. So that's a little bit of a concern if you're back in the Astros. For me, it's Mets or nothing, but because of the line movement, it's going to be nothing.
I would like to move on this game, and I think I found where I'd like to do it, and it will be an over in this game. I know the public's on this over, but Mets are hitting right now, and so are the Astros. I can get 8.5 minus 130 over on ESPN Bet. I will grab that, and I'm going to move on the Astros team total over as well. I think the Astros score in this game. So I'm going to shop around, look for the best number. I'm going to grab the Astros team total over as well.
Good luck to you. Go Mets. Okay, I could do run line for sure. Yesterday was a dog day. Played Atlanta, Brewers, run line myself. I don't know.
Yeah, that
opinions on the Yankees money. You good?
Yep.
All right. Opinions on the Yankees money line. I did not touch that game. And the Atlanta Dream. I'm on the over in the Atlanta Dream game. So, opinion on the Texas Rangers money line. No, they're facing the Orioles. I bet the Orioles every game. Back on the Mets team total over 4.5. They've continued to cash it. Right on. I played the Rangers money line as well. I do not like the Rangers money line. Any WNBA? Yeah, the over in the Fever and the over in New York. Opinions on the Brewers? Over. Maybe a Brewers team total over. I kind of like Freddie Peralta. And the Mets over, yes. And the Rangers over. I could see the Rangers going over tonight. Do you like the USA? Oh, that's soccer.
I would look towards Uruguay, even though they're probably trotting out their B team because they've already clinched a spot in the knockout rounds. I would only look Uruguay in that matchup. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just placing my bets right now. Both these over at ESPN Bet. Houston Astros team total over 4.5 even money, and the full game over 8.5 minus 130. So those are what I've got for that game. Let me track these real quick because it's even money here and it's minus 130 there. Cool. All right, cool. Moving on. Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee Brewers, minus 175 for the Brewers, total of 8 in this game. Take a look at the line history in this spot where it has gone up. Line opened up 162. It's up to a 182. We're up in the 180 range once again. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's now an 8 at minus 110. We have a total 8 or higher. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 88% of the tickets, 85% of the cash on the Brewers. So it's looking like another spot here, Tim. 96% of tickets, 98% of the cash on the over. I just feel like I'm on way too many favorites today, but when the systems fall into place, That's just what happens. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here where we have Kyle Hendricks, who's been better as of late against the Milwaukee Brewers. Kyle Hendricks, 1.27 ERA, 0.8 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 1.69 walks per nine, a 2.24 BABIP, a 2.22 FIP, and a 3.64 SIERA. On the flip side, Freddie Peralta, 5.11 ERA, 1.46 whip, 10.95 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 4.01 walks per nine, a 3.38 BABIP, a 3.88 FIP, and a 3.73 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Milwaukee Brewers, and the hitting edge is a toss-up. Cubs 106 WRC plus, Brewers 105 WRC plus. One thing that I've noticed is all of a sudden this Brewers team has turned into the best bullpen in baseball. And they still are waiting to get Devin Williams back, I believe. I'm going to be on the Brewers run line in this game because everything is just syncing up for a Brewer run line here. Kyle Hendricks has been better as of late. However, I don't trust Hendricks whatsoever. So I'm seeing plus 115 on ESPN bet. I'm going to take the Brewer run line here.
Yeah, I heard cash cow spot. Let's run it. I'm always done. I'm always down for the cash cows. And yes, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them already today. The Phillies actually weren't one, right?
No, the Phillies were not one.
But I think there might be one more later in the card. We'll see.
Maybe.
But I like Freddie Peralta. He's been a pitcher I've been high on for a while, and this is a Brewers team that I'm very high on. We've mentioned that. I've mentioned that plenty of times before, and I'm going to keep mentioning it. I have a division ticket for him. I have a World Series ticket for him. So yes, Brewers. Let's run it again. Brewers run line for the cash cow today. They play tomorrow. I like Mexico and Ecuador. Good luck. Pretty much what Nick said, Uruguay doesn't need to win the game. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Got Aaron Judge bases. He's been crazy, so why not? Thumbs up. All over the NBA totals today. Yep. I like draw in the Mexico game. There you go. Explain the cash cow system again. When a team is at least minus 180 to minus 280 with all the money on them, all the tickets on them, and the line moves towards them. So they're basically a big public favorite.
At home.
At home, yes. And they win. Brewers, first 5, team total over 2.5. Kendrick's trash. Same reason. For some reason, he always pitches well against the Giants. Off to the best start of the year. Off his best start of the year. Brewers crushing righties. Let's do it.
You also got to keep in mind when he pitched against the Giants, that was in San Francisco, which is a very pitchers-friendly ballpark. And this is why also Shota Magana pitched really well in there because they're soft-tossing pitchers where you can pitch in San Fran as a soft tosser, give up a lot of fly balls, and let your fielders make plays. And that's exactly the way those two pitchers pitch. Sorry, keep going.
You're good. Brewers and Rays run line. Yep. What do you guys think of the total? I want nothing to do with it. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Kansas City Royals taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Minus 130 for the Royals. Total 8.5 in this game. We have Seth Lugo and Logan Allen. Line opened up 125 favorites for the Royals. It's 126 now, so we've had a 1 cent line movement towards them. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 115. It's down 8.5 minus 110. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards the Royals. Very minimal for both of those there. 98% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on these on the over. And then we have 29% of the tickets are on the Guardians with 52% of the cash on them. So the sharp money coming in on Cleveland. The line not really moving. And the pitching advantage coming in on KC here, but hitting it, it's a different story. Logan Allen, 5.4 ERA, 1.55 whip, 5.85 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 4.95 walks per per 9, a 250 BABIP, but a 756 FIP and a 5.63 CR. On the flip side, Seth Lugo, 3.69 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 8.24 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.27 walks per 9, a 294 BABIP, a 3.69 FIP, and a 3.63 CR. Bullpen edge goes towards the Guardians, also hitting edge, 119 WRC plus, which is 8th versus righties, compared to the Royals, who really struggle against lefties, 29th in baseball, which is at a 58 WRC plus versus lefties the last 30 days. This is a no play for me in this game. It's just a tricky spot. I guess I would lean Guardians if I had to bet a side, but no play here for me.
I mean, it's Lugo day. You know my opinions on Lugo. I still think he has a strong case to start the All-Star game. There's a bunch of players, let's be honest, that have very strong cases to start the All-Star game. Lugo is one of the only pitchers in the American League with at least 100 innings pitched. His strikeout number is 95, which isn't that crazy. But a 2.29 ERA, solid. And he's been the ace part of, maybe not the ace because I still believe in Cole Reagans. But he's been a very solid pitcher on this Royals staff. And at the end of the day, I think this series, let's see, it's so Kansas City has at least clinched a split of the series. I think they win the series today. I think they're favorited for a reason. And obviously big series for the Royals and the Guardians, trying to either build or get closer in the division. I know it's still very early, but the Guardians are starting to pull away a little bit. I think the Royals take advantage here. I really like Seth Lugo, so I'm going to take I'll look towards the Royals here.
Fair.
Yeah, Kansas City bullpen is kind of rough right now, but
yeah, if you like the Royals, I would isolate them first 5.
Happy Corbin Day. Fernando, do you like the Braves are online? Yes, Braves are online today. What do you guys think of the total? Why do you guys like the Fever over the total of 175? It's 175 now. I got 171. So I got a really good number. Boston and Smith of the Fever can't bang with Brittany. Also, Boston and Smith couldn't bang with Skies, Cardosa, and Angel Reese. Because the Fever do not believe in defense. That's my big thing. I have the over 171. So the fact that it's moved that much, I like my bet now. Yeah, Mo took them already. There you go. So we're taking the Nerfies in Tampa, Philly, Toronto, and Kansas City. I'm not gonna talk you off. Obviously, I don't bet Nerfies, so I can't talk you off of any of it. J-Ram over bases. Don't hate it. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Robert. Let's head to this 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah. This is something I never thought I would say. Holy shit. They're up to minus 220 now, the White Sox. However, this is not a cash cow spot. It's a 7.5.
Yeah.
This line opened up with the White Sox as minus 155 favorites. It's now minus 222. How far is too far? And are the Rockies appealing to you at all in this spot is the question.
A little bit.
Line opened up at a 7.5 plus 105. It's now a 7.5 plus 102. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have Garrett Crochet taking on Kyle Freeland. 97% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over. And the public's all over Crochet and the White Sox. I never thought I would see the public loving the White Sox. This is not a cash cow spot, though, because this is not a total of 8 or higher. 13% of the tickets and 35% of the cash on the Rockies. Line's just flown to the White Sox. And I get it. Crochet's been awesome. Crochet is going to pitch himself out of Chicago. And the way he's pitching, the White Sox are absolutely loving this because the price is only going higher and higher and higher on Crochet right now. If you're looking to back him or if you're looking to trade him, which the White Sox absolutely should be willing to trade him because he's got a couple years of control left. You're not going to be competing in the next couple years. Sell high on Crochet right now. And my guess, he's going to be a Padre or an Oriole.
I would lean more towards the Orioles, but
yeah. And we have Kyle Freeland on the other side, who's made one start since coming back from the IL, where he shoved. Only went 69 pitches, but that was good enough for 6 innings. No earned runs on 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts against the Washington Nationals in Coors Field. Kyle Freeland's one of those weird pitchers that he's pitched his whole career in Colorado, and he pitches so well in Colorado. He's only made 2 starts in Colorado this year, but he's pitching to a 1.64 ERA in those 2 starts. Granted, this is on the road where he does struggle a little bit more. He does have an 0-3 record with a 17 ERA on the road because he gave up 7 earned runs in Wrigley in 3 1/3. And on the flip side, Garrett Crochet. He's just Garrett Crochet. 1.76 ERA, 0.98 whip the last 30 days, 13.21 strikeouts per nine, which is 37%, 1.76 walks per nine, a 338 BABIP, a 143 FIP, and a 2.20 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards Colorado, and the hitting edge is a coin toss, 105 WRC plus for both these teams against left-handed pitching. And I want to go through their schedule real quick, because I don't think we've been able to say this at all this year because, they've lost so many games. We were able to say it earlier in the year, but it didn't happen. The White Sox are going for the sweep. You know the only series that we've been able to say the White Sox were going for a sweep? It's when they almost won 4 games in a row against the Guardians.
That's right.
The White Sox are going for the sweep in this game, and I kind of lean towards they're going to lose this game, and this steam on Crochet is wrong. I get it. Crochet is awesome, and he probably shoves in this game, but it's Rockies or nothing. Because now you're not only asking the White Sox to win a baseball game, you're asking them to win and cover a run line at even money. No, thank you. I would lean towards taking plus 1.5 with the Rockies. I would lean towards the Rockies. You can get plus 190 to fade the White Sox today. That's extremely appealing to do that. So I lean Rockies in this game, but I'm not going to move on it.
It's very close too. But I'm not touching the Rockies either. Garrett Crochet is only building his stock to get traded out. So yes, the White Sox would love another big start for him. I personally have no reason to want to go after this game. So I'm going to stick to the same thing I did the first 2 games, and I'm going to pass. No interest at all. Thank you, though.
Wow. Big move in the NHL. Tampa Bay Lightning have gone out and acquired the rights to Jake Gensel.
Oh, wow.
That's huge. They're trying to compete still. So that's interesting there.
J-Ram 250 against Lugo. Not bad. Fernando, I'm look back on the Rockies today. It's Sunday. Ram may crush VP though. Could. Rockies are nothing. White Sox should not be this big a favorites. Correct. Okay, I don't mind it. Mo was leaning towards the Rockies getting out. Like the under. I could see the under in this game. This close to pulling Rockies. It's Rockies or nothing. There's 0 chance I'm betting White Sox. But let's go on to this one.
Yeah. Another interesting look here potentially is White Sox first 5, or not first 5. Rockies first 5. Are they really offering Rockies first 5 plus 1.5 runs at minus 132 on FanDuel? I'm gonna see if that's a line. I would take that. A first 5 run line plus 1.5 at minus 132. I'm actually staring that down at the Rockies there. I will come back to this, but that's really appealing if BetStamp is right on that one. That's interesting. Cincinnati Reds and St. Louis Cardinals here. The Cardinals pick them total of 8 in this game. Other than the first game where we cashed with the Reds, this has been a nightmare series for me. Line opened up at a 115 for the Cardinals. Is now a 109. Line opened up at an 8 minus 125. Is now an 8 at plus 105. So we've had a move towards the under. We've had a move towards the Reds in this game here with let's take a look here. 99% of tickets, 99% of cash on the over. The line moving towards the under. 59% of tickets, 91% of cash on the Cardinals. Line moving towards the Reds. We have Hunter Green and Lance Lynn. And who would have thought Lance Lynn's the better pitcher recently? Hunter Green, 5.46 ERA, 1.21 whip, 10.29 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 224 BABIP, a 5.23 FIP, and a 4.21 SIERA. On the flip side, Lance Lynn, 4.81 ERA, 1.40 whip, 9.25 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 2.59 walks per nine, a 320 BABIP, a 3.57 FIP, and a 3.69 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Reds. Hitting edge goes towards the Cardinals, 105 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 100, which is 18th. This is a no-play game for me. I have no interest in this one whatsoever.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go after this one either. Good luck. Just not a spot that I needed to go after. I'm not backing Lance Lynn at a pick 'em price. Although he's pitched a little bit better as of late, but not even. No, I don't feel a need to go after this one. NL Central matchups are kind of weird for me. So, no, pass on this one.
Fair. By the way, just placed the bet. Colorado Rockies first 5 plus 1.5 minus 132. FanDuel.
Sabres for the cup. Damn right. Freeland looked good last game too. He did. Let's go Bolts. Philly making the playoffs and Tampa winning the cup. I don't see Philly making playoffs. I like India total bases prop. This cat is white hot. He has been good. Do it, Markel. You won't. Which version of Lynn will we get? That's the big question. India 400 average for Lynn. Pretty solid. Lean to the over. Stop it. I do have $2, though I may. India over a half of a double.
To get a double.
To get a double. That's not a bad option. All right, Nick, I know where you're going in this game.
Yeah, we have the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Just a frustrating loss there with the plus 176 Giants money line last night. It's James Paxton versus undecided. So we do not have a pitcher for the Giants here, but we have a line. Minus 140. I don't have a line history for this one, though. Cash flow, I don't really have much of one. 79% of tickets, 89% of cash on the Dodgers. 99% of tickets, 99% of cash is on the over in this one. The Giants pulverized left-hand pitching, 137 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 119, which is 7th for the Dodgers against righties. I don't know who to expect for the Giants. I'm hoping maybe this is Carson Wisenhunt making his debut. That would be interesting. We do not have a pitcher yet for him. I'm hoping it's that. But with that being said, I'm going to be on the Giants. I expect them to light up and smoke James Paxton, which his negative regression has been I've been projecting it for a while. And he's had a few bad starts recently, but then he bounces back and has good starts. Eventually, he's going to be a beautiful fade. He is. And I'm getting plus 125 over on ESPN Bet. So there you
go. Yeah, I would love to see. I need to see who's pitching for the Giants before I make anything involved in this one. I think if it's Wisenhunt, I'm betting the Giants because I'm going to back my boy, the former ECU Pirate, on this first game. But if it's not, then I'm really not going to have any interest in this game. So I'm going to stay away from this one for now. I want to see who's pitching for the Giants before I bet anything in this game.
Fair.
Thanks. Elliot Ramos over total bases. Kids crushing it. Dude, yeah, why not? Betting San Fran in a bullpen game. It's a bullpen game. They have zero bullpen. They do. It is what it is. You might as well donate those $2 to me. Giants money line. The Dodger fade lost last night. BS. I hate extras. Bullpen for game for the Giants. They only have 2 healthy starters right now. It's going to be Bivens as the long reliever, most likely. Last night, Giants had so many chances to win that game. Shake my head.
That was incredibly frustrating, yeah.
Past that was an absolute ass whooping handed to the Giants in extra innings. Yep. Dodgers minus 2.5. So, well, you got that. I heard it might be Bivens. Well, once it gets announced, if it's that, then I'm not going to bet it. If it's Wisenhunt, then I might. 4 games left.
Yep. I'm trying to get back my line history because I accidentally X'd it out. So that's fun. Let's get into this matchup here. Where is it? There we go. Detroit and LA. Pick'em total of 9 in this game. Now I just got to wait for this page to load. There we go. Casey Mize and Tyler Anderson. Your pitching matchup here. Opened up at a minus 105. It's still minus 105. Open up at an 8.5 even money, up to a 9, back down to an 8.5, back up to a 9. So we'll move towards the over here in this game as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the over in this game with the line moving towards it. 32% of the tickets, 74% of the cash on the Tigers. And the line not moving there, but sharp money coming on the Tigers, Casey Mize and Tyler Anderson. I do expect some negative regression from Anderson. Mize, a 4.18 ERA, 1.61 whip, 8.37 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 2.66 walks per 9, a 390 BABIP, a 3.73 FIP, and a 3.93 SIERA. On the flip side, the Angels, 3 ERA, 1.43 whip, 5.1 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%, 5.1 walks per 9, a 256 BABIP, a 5.22 FIP, and a 5.98 SIERA. 5.98 SIERA with the ERA at 3 the last 30 days. Negative regression is going to come back and bite him in the ass. Is it today against the Tigers, though, is the question. Bullpen edge goes towards the Angels, and the hitting edge is a toss-up. Both these at 93 WRC+. So, and 21st in the league. One, the Tigers against lefties and the Angels against righties this spot. I would like to see the way the first 5 is moved for this because I kind of have interest in the Tigers' first 5, which is it's moved towards the Tigers' first 5. I want to take a look what the line is for it. If I can get minus 125 or better, I think I want to move on the Tigers' first 5 here in this game and fade Anderson is the way I kind of want to approach this. So let me take a look at what I can get. Minus 115 on the ESPN bet, minus 116 on FanDuel, minus 115 on 365. All right, cool. I want to grab it on ESPN bet. Minus 115, Tigers first 5.
I wish you the best of luck. I am not touching the Tigers. It is Angels or nothing, going for the 4-game sweep. And this is a Angels team that's won 7 out of their last 10, and a Tigers team that's now 9 games under 500. So I know a lot of people could look at these two teams and go, wow, I know the Tigers are so good. Tigers are a half game better than the Angels. Let that one sink in for a minute, Nick. I like the Angels in this matchup. If I have to go after anything, it's LA. And at pick 'em price, I don't hate it.
I can understand that, yeah. And if I'm looking full game, I would trust the Angels more than the Tigers full game, which is why I'm only taking the Tigers first 5. So yeah,
that's fair. Fading the blue bums until further notice, and maybe they're unders.
Yeah, they've been just banged up with injuries, the Blue Bombers.
There you go. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, Seattle Mariners and Minnesota Twins. Pick them minus 105 on both sides here. Total 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Damn it, I X'd out of it again. That's really annoying. My line history. So give me 2 seconds on that. Have that load. We will get up the cash flow. 52% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is coming in on the Minnesota Twins. 96% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history where we have this is first 5. let's see. Joe Ryan and Luis Castillo. Line opened up at a pick'em, and it's now minus 109 for the Twins. So the line moving towards the Twins here in the spot. Line opened up at a 7 minus 120. It's now a 7 at minus 113. So we have a move towards the under in this game as well. And taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Joe Ryan and Luis Castillo. Joe Ryan, 4.06 ERA, 1 whip, 7.84 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 1.74 walks per 9 and 213 BABIP, a 5.35 FIP and a 4.05 SIERA. On the flip side, Luis Castillo, 5.08 ERA, 1.27 whip, 7.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 3.49 walks per 9 and 273 BABIP, a 4.5 FIP and a 4.44 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards the Mariners. Hitting edge goes towards the Twins. 124 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to 105, which is 13th. I would lean to going right back where I was last night with the Minnesota Twins first 5. My card is already a little uncomfortably too much, but I can only look towards the Twins in this game in the first 5, and I'm actually very tempted on it. Let me just I want to take a look where the line's moved. It's moved towards the Twins in the first 5. I'm going to move on them here. I don't care. I'm going to have a little bit bigger of a volume, which on a Sunday surely will not go wrong. But yeah, I'm going to be on the Twins first 5 here in this game. I'm getting minus 1. Wow, minus 110 on ESPN bet. Yep, I'll take that.
I'm on the opposite side. But I like this. I like this Seattle team. I would lean towards the under as well. I know it's a low total, but Seattle is just a under galore team in general. I like Luis Castillo. I know he got hit up last time against Cleveland. He got hit up against Kansas City. Both of those offenses have been really solid. All the rest of his starts have been 2 runs or less in his last 10. And I see Minnesota. He did face Minnesota on May 6th. He allowed 2 earned runs, 2 hits, 6 and 2/3 innings pitch, and 7 strikeouts. I could see him having another shutdown game against them today. I would look towards Seattle and the under in this game. Maybe even a Minnesota team total under. I think Luis Castillo has a good game today.
Fair.
Tigers are just as bad as Seattle. Seattle is 9 games over 500, so I don't know what stats you're using for that. Although Seattle has the worst batting average in baseball. I want the Nerfy, but Castillo can garbage in the first inning. I would go Nerfy. Twins minus 109. Ryan off a bad start. He gets crushed by good lineups and dominates bad lineups. Mariners have a bad lineup. Mariners are a bad lineup. But let's go to this one, Nick. And do we get another cash cow?
No. The line had moved down since I last checked. This line opened up with the Diamondbacks as minus 190 favorites. It's now 185, so no. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. So we'll move towards the under and move towards the Oakland Athletics. In this game here, we have 90% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. And the line moving towards Oakland, which does make a little bit of an appeal towards the Oakland A's. 67% of the tickets, 68% of the cash on the over. Line moving towards the under. Wrong game. Luis Medina and Brandon Fad. Just 2 pitchers that have struggled. Medina, 5.63 ERA, 1.58 whip, 6.38 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%. 4.5 walks per 9, a 3.08 BABIP, a 4.45 FIP, and a 5.46 SIERA. On the flip side, Brandon Fad, 5.1 ERA, 1.40 whip, 6.9 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 3.6 walks per 9, a 279 BABIP, a 5.42 FIP, and a 4.61 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Oakland A's. Hitting edge going towards the Diamondbacks. In this one here, the Diamondbacks 120 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 77, which is 26th. I have no particular interest in this game. The Diamondbacks should not be this big of favorites. I lean Oakland if I had to bet anything, but no play.
No, I don't really have an interest in this one either. I'll be on the last game for sure. But But Brandon Pfaadt has been one of the more consistent pieces for this Arizona team this year, I guess. 4.45 ERA, but it's kind of just been a struggle bus for the Arizona Diamondbacks this year. I'm not going to go after anything in this game. Lean towards Arizona run line, but not going to lay it here.
Fair.
Trusting Seattle at this point is insanity. The back half of the lineup hasn't had. Yeah, it hasn't. Yeah, they don't hit. They have the worst batting average in the MLB. I like Oakland here. I'm not going to talk you off plus money. Final game of the night, Sunday Night Baseball.
Let's get into it. We have the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers minus 155 for the Orioles with a total of 9 in this game. Line opened up here with the Orioles as minus 148 favorites. We're now seeing minus 153. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 120. It's now a 9 at minus 110. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a move towards the Orioles in this game. And I want to see real quick, because I know this is a stat that you like, and I was looking at this morning, and I want to see something here. Yes. All right. I'll give you let's play a game real quick, Tim. Who do you think is the least profitable starting pitcher in Major League Baseball?
Andrew Heaney.
It would be Andrew Heaney, 3-12, down 9.37 units. Pitching today for the Texas Rangers is Andrew Heaney. 5.62 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 9.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 2.63 walks per nine, a 288 BABIP, a 3.81 FIP, and a 3.63 CR. He's pitched fine, is the thing, though, which is crazy. Cole Irving's kind of struggled, but I expect some positive regression from him. 5.47 ERA, 1.67 WHIP, 6.15 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%. 1.37 walks per nine, a 365 BABIP, a 4.71 FIP, and a 4.73 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Orioles as well as a hitting edge, 110 WRC plus, which is 116 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 114th, which is 12th. One thing we forgot to go over is the market. 87% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Orioles here in this spot, with 74% of the tickets, 68% of the cash on the over in this game as well. This is a no play for me. What's your thoughts on this game?
I don't know, Nick. What do you think my thoughts are on this game?
No idea.
Give me the Orioles again. Day number 84. Money line hit yesterday. The run line didn't. That is the 9th time this year that the money line hit and the run line did not, compared to the 44 times that the run line did hit when they cashed the money line. Up 12.75 with the money line, up 21.9 with the run line. Going to continue to run with that. I'm just going to let's keep betting. I'll take the Orioles again.
The Cleveland Guardians have optioned Trish McKenzie down to AAA.
Smart. D-backs are nothing. Red Blacks in the over today.
I am on the over. I'm on Hamilton at even money, and I'm on Hamilton over 26.5 points, minus 106.
Rangers smash spot.
I don't know.
I'm taking the Nerfy, first 500, full game under. Okay. Opinion on the Cardinals money line. Nah. I didn't bet that game. Not really interested in it. I would also lean under. There's the Orioles props. Would lean over. Okay. Who's the guy starting against the Mets? It's a bullpen game for the Houston Astros. Cardinals money line is risky. Lynn either pitches a gem or gives up 6 runs. Exactly. But that is everything for today. All the games. We'll go ahead and do a quick little recap and everything before we head on out. Before we do that, pay the bills. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. They're above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We post those every single day. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. That's where you become a member. That's where you get all the entire card that we put up on the picks and Parleys.net website. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We're trying to reach 4,000 subscribers away. I believe we're 30 subscribers away. So make sure you guys are getting on that. Recap for me today. Braves are a cash cow. That game just started. Phillies are a cash cow.
No, they're not. It's just a Marlins fit.
All right. It's
kind of
Marlins
is,
fit,
but
Marlins fit.
not a huge one.
Rays are a cash cow. Brewers are a cash cow. I like the Royals today. And I kind of like the Angels today and Seattle. And I'm on the Orioles. Nick?
Yeah. I am on the Braves run line as well. Phillies, -1.5, -113. FanDuel. Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies, first 5, under 4.5, -110, bet 365. Toronto Blue Jays, first 5, -115, bet 365. Tampa Bay Rays, -1.5, +120, Fanatics. Houston Astros, team total over 4.5, even money, ESPN bet. Houston Astros, New York Mets, over 8.5, -130, ESPN bet. Milwaukee Brewers, -1.5, +110, ESPN bet. Colorado Rockies, first 5, +1.5, -132, FanDuel. San Francisco Giants, +120, ESPN bet. Detroit Tigers, first 5, -115, ESPN bet, as well as ESPN bet for Twins, first 5, -110 there for that one.
Yes. Back to the chat, and then we'll head on out. Look at Sunday Night Baseball. Dogs performed really well. I wanted to go back to the O's. I do not like Heaney either, but him and the O's starting pitcher are similar. O's burned Penn last few. Okay. I'm on the Orioles every day. So, do you think the White Sox trade their pitcher on the mound today come the trade deadline? Yes.
Yes.
Should we be on Skinner watch? LOL, the best way to win a cup is to get rid of an ex-Saber. I mean, yeah.
Just to pick up an ex-Saber, yeah.
Let's get it. Thanks, Bailey, and thanks, Fernando. Yep. But Liberty, over in the Liberty game. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.